Okay, so first up we have Gen 1, and these three are the classics, right? First up we got Bulbasaur, this adorable little onion dude who grows up to have a big old flower on his back. I'm sure the ladies love him, and if I'm being frank, he's quite the cutie. Next we got Squirtle, absolutely fantastic little man right here. Unfortunately, his design sort of veers off between his second and third form. Blastoise trades the swirly, fluffy stuff for just two gigantic freaking death cannons. That's metal, man. I respect it. I respect the grind. And lastly, we have Charmander, who, if again I can be frank, is sort of a ripoff of Agumon, but ignoring the blatant copyright infringement is a really good design. I love how his evolutions have the little fire on the tail keep getting bigger. That's a nice touch. Charizard is the classic. He's almost as iconic as Pikachu, you know? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to deduct major points because, despite his appearance, with the teeth and the wings and the tail, Charizard is not a dragon type. F-, 0 out of 10, worst Pokemon ever. Overall, Gen 1 starters score a clean 7 out of 10. Okay, Gen 2, here we go. Chikorita. This sultry little lady is fantastic. Look at that strut, she owns the place. I like how the buds around the neck grow and turn into flowers over time. But I do not understand how leaf becomes Martian antennae. It's confusing. Cyndaquil. Okay, I'll be honest, this one kind of sucks. It's just a little weasel dude, but on fire, and then it just gets bigger. Oh wow, big whoop. I get bigger too, you know, but unlike Typhlosion, I don't consider myself a whole new breed every time I go up a pant size. And then there's Totodile. I mean, yeah, he knows what he's about. He's having fun. Who am I to get in his way? Who am I to judge? Gen 2 starters, gonna give them 6.2 out of 10. Gen 3, we're blowing right through these. Here we go. Bam! Trico. Now that is a Pokemon right there. We got a lizard throwing some leaves, two evolutions that both look good with a well-placed introduction of the red to contrast the green. Beautiful. That is a Pokemon. Torchic is great too, and so is Blaziken, but Combusken? That right there is a crime against nature. This thing is an affront to God. Either evolve it, or take it behind the barn and shoot it. I'm serious, the thing should not exist. And lastly, we got Mudkip. And what's there really to say about Mudkip that hasn't already been said? He's got the wrath of a real killer behind those cold, empty eyes. Swampert's okay. I'm not really a fan of the whole crotch fan tail thing he's got going on. Gen 3 gets pie out of 8. As for Gen 4, now we're cooking with gas. These guys are
the masterclass.
The pinnacle, the star on top of the Christmas tree, or the Hanukkah tree, or whatever. I don't judge, live your life. Turtwig, I mean, that's just wonderful, look at that. Twig, it's got everything. By the time we get to Torterra, stunning. There's the Tort, and bam, there's the Terra. You couldn't ask for more. Chimchar, now he is so happy to be here, and you know why? It's because he knows he's a member of
the masterclass.
Give him a standing ovation, folks. He deserves it. He keeps with the growing flame aspect back from Charmander, but we get this really cool inclusion of the blue and the white in his final form as Infernape. Add that to the red. God bless America. This is a great Pokemon. And finally, Piplup. Look at this snazzy little SOB. I don't think it's possible to have a more spherical head, and I don't dish out compliments like that lightly. I love how the beak prongs from Prinplup become Empoleon's crown. Now that is a man who's dressed to impress. He's got the tux, he's got the tie, this guy is fresh. And for that reason, I'm gonna give the Gen 4 starters the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. Gen 5, baby. Snivy. Wow, that's bold. You know, personally, I would not have put eyeshadow on a snake, but I think they pulled it off. I just wish they also would have pulled off its arms and legs, too. I mean, what is this thing? Serpents aren't supposed to be standing up like that, not since the whole Garden of Eden fiasco. Luckily, though, they fixed it by the time we got to Serperior, but I'm gonna have to take points off regardless. Tepig. Now that is just a rotund boy. He could probably be hitting the Weight Watchers and running some laps, but he's got this whole sumo aesthetic, so maybe I overstepped my boundaries, you know, I apologize. Honestly, I was probably just projecting. You know I struggle with my insecurities, I've been talking about it a lot in therapy. And then we have Oshawott. Oh my stars, look at this cute little freckles and his little seashell on his belly button. And then he gets a little taller, turns into Duat, who's great. He has 2 shells now and those little whiskers. And then what in the hell is that thing? Gen 5 gets 358 over 2 days. Gen 6, alright, almost done. Chespin. Okay, I just want to start out by saying this is the worst thing I've ever seen. What is on its head? Is this a space helmet? A do-rag? Negative 10 points for Gryffindor. Alright, Froakie. Now this is more my style. It's a frog, you know, you get what you pay for. It's no Krogunk, but it'll do. And it turns into Greninja. He's in Smash Bros. Now that's respectable. Can you say that about Chespin? I don't think so. 10 more points from Gryffindor. And then we get Finnegan, another great Pokemon. Clear, distinguishable through line of attributes as it evolves, nice pairing of fire and psychic types, and it even comes with a stick, free of charge. Awesome. Gen 6 starters get 4.5 stars, except for Chespin, who gets a thumbs down and a poop emoji. Generation 7 is off to a promising start with Rowlet. I mean, look at him. He's got his little bow tie on, fresh haircut, ready for his first day of elementary school. Bless his little heart. He obviously gets a little sidetracked. By the time he's fully evolved, he's begun LARPing as his half-elf rogue D&D character. But his grades are still good. We should let him have his fun. At least he's making friends, right? Poplio. Now, I'll keep it real with you. All clowns and clown-adjacent species immediately get 0 points from me. Yeah, you heard right, clown adjacent. Mr. Mime goes in the trash too. And then we got Litten. Oh yeah. He starts out okay, just a cute little cat minding his own business. He gets a little bigger, still nothing special, and then suddenly, POW! 300 pounds of man meat in your face, ready to suplex you all the way into next Sunday. And don't forget, he's in Smash Bros. 2. 10 points to Gryffindor. This dude is badass. Gen 7 finishes up with a clean B+. Last but not least, we have Gen 8. Here we go. Now, I'll be honest, it was a real bold choice not to have this generation of starters evolve at all, but it's respectable. They're taking the franchise in bold new directions, and that's commendable. These 3 are all cute and interesting, and I'm okay with the fact that they don't evolve. These guys are sufficient as is. I'm just kidding. I know they all have real evolutions, and I gotta say, oh my god, these guys are incredible. I've never seen Pokemon so swole before. We are truly living in the best timeline. These guys definitely eat their protein. So, Gen 8. I give it a 8 out of 8 out of 10. Who's your favorite Pokemon? Let me know down in the comments. And if you put Chespin, I swear to God, I will find you, and I will shove his little do-rag so far down your throat